Even when you warm him up, Anna, just have him a little bit more right bend and just give a little bit on the left rein. Very good. Good job. Put your right leg, use your right leg a little bit. Yeah. A little further back with your right leg. Good boy. Then bend him just a little more in the neck. So you feel that all the muscles right here are soft in the horse. Good. Just wait there. Oh yeah. Yeah. Good job. Very released right here, yeah? Very nice. Good. Super. There we go. Very nice. Good job.
And on this rein for a little while?
Yeah. Exactly. Remember that you have to turn your body a little more to the right, yeah? Good job. Good job. So you're looking for him releasing the underneck and releasing the muscles at the base of the neck. And when he does that, that's when he's going to start going more forward. Although the trot is really good there, but that's when the last piece comes through. Super there. Good, right rein. Yeah. Try not to be like inconsistent on it. Just like open it and take connection and stay quiet with it. Offer him a little more contact on that rein. Yeah. And just wait. Just wait. And then all of a sudden he's just gonna release it the proper way. Just wait. Yeah. Now he's really good in his shoulders and his front legs. Excellent. Good job. But he's really good now in his wither.
And I want it to have a little bit more energy.
Yeah, but it's gonna come little by little. As everything lets go, then the energy comes. Because he can go forward. But if he's blocking himself with his neck, you know what I mean? Then he can't go forward anyway. Good change rein again. Good job. Good job. Sit a little more left with your seat. And then turn, okay. And then turn your upper body a little more to the right. Very good. Wow. Good job. There you go. Come. Wow. Then you try to bring your shoulders a little more over your hips. Sit a little more up. Shoulders back. There. Good. Good job. Right there. Good. Then you can canter a little bit when you want to. Good. Focus on how you're sitting. Sit up more, shoulders back. Better. Turn your body to the right. Keep going. And don't use the reins yet. First he has to canter through the whole body. Sit a little more back. Good job. Wow. Now you bend him right away. Well done. What? Great. Good. Put your right leg a little further back. Exactly. Good. Now you can let him be straight.
And don't give him any left ring.
No. But you can let him get straight now because he's level now. So when he's level in the body, then you don't have to bend the neck anymore. Just give on the right. Give more on the right. There you go. Good. Give more on the right. So he's absolutely straight. There you go. And then, if you feel him starting to lean again, then you use the right brain again. Wow. Good job. That's right. Super. Good job. Well done. Very good. Very good. Super nice. Excellent. Good. Sit up and back a little more. Let the reins be a little bit longer. Sit a little more up, Anna. You gotta come more back with your shoulders, yeah? There. Turn your body a little more to the right. Put your left leg a little further under you. There you go. Excellent. Slide your seat a little to the left. Just a little bit. Wow.
I feel like I'm leaning back.
No, you're not at all leaning back. It's perfect. Good. Good. Now you can ride him forward into the connection. Just keep your elbows bent. Beautiful. Good. Super. Super nice. That's right. Excellent. Sit up a little more and take him with you with your back. If you feel him leaning, you bend him a little bit. Not much now, because now he's really quite good. There. Good. Sit up again. Shoulders back. Feel like your shoulders are behind his wither. Good, Anna. Inner leg, inner ring. Inner leg, inner ring. Oh yeah, that is super nice. Excellent. Very good. Beautiful. It's super nice, huh?
Yeah, he's got more forward doing.
Excellent. So look here. This is the feeling you're looking for. Come. When you first start cantering, yeah, it's very important that you feel that he canters with the whole body in the stride, including the neck, so that you don't have this feeling that he's cantering like under you, but the neck is going. You understand this feeling like the neck is not part of the stride? Am I explaining that?
Yeah, no, I understand.
Right? So if you're feeling that, you have to let go until you feel the whole horse cantering as one unit. Then you just stay up and wait, and then all of a sudden you felt them come as one rolling wheel. Then you can take connection. But you cannot take connection if he's still not cantering, with his whole top line.
Because remember last time you said it's not so much his hind, it's his shoulder he's not using.
Yeah, totally.
So we've been tapping his front leg.
Yeah, absolutely, and you've been doing great with that.
Yeah.
But I'm just talking about when it's okay for you to take contact. And it's only okay for you to take contact when the whole horse is cantering with his whole body.
Yeah.
So that it's not, as soon as you take contact, if he starts reacting in a backward way,
That
then...
I can read. What I have a bit of a problem reading is when he goes out of balance, Billy. Because I do lean to the inside. I'm aware of that. And I kind of have to continuously correct myself.
Yeah.
But I can't always read when his shoulders are level. I see that, like, he's not flexing his pole. Like, he twists his pole.
But I explained that to you the other day.
Yeah.
That, that you cannot influence the pole if the neck is not completely through.
Yeah.
Because you're not actually getting to that place of the horse with your
So
aid.
don't do anything with the pole until you get
Until
the
he's
supplement
collection.
of the neck.
Totally. Until he's totally shifting his weight and the neck is no longer bracing anywhere. There is a reason why there is no movement, at least not in logical tests, that calls for any movement with positioning until the horse is in collection. I think you have it in your test here for some strange reason. Don't you have shoulder in and then preliminary or something? Yeah, but stop for a second. What are they asking for? Working trot or collected trot?
No, with prelim there's no collective. It's medium.
Right, but there's shoulder in.
Yeah.
Hello? What planet were they from when they wrote that test?
Yeah, it is shoulder.
Do you see what I mean? There's no logic. Why? Because shoulder in is done in collected trot.
But what about leg yielding?
Leg yielding is fine.
So leg yielding is okay.
Of course. Because leg yielding is not a collecting exercise. Leg yielding is a straightening and suppling exercise. Shoulder in is only performed in collection. You see, and this causes a lot of problems. Because now you have people, they're going to try to make a movement that's calling for positioning and all this stuff, right?
But I think too on our training scale, generally what we do is we do shoulder in pretty early.
Yeah.
Which is not really the best thing either, if you think about it.
No, that's totally not a problem at all to do shoulder in early, so do I. But you have to know how to ride one properly. You see what I mean? About how many people know how to ride it properly, and then you're putting it in to a test that is not asking for collection. Makes no sense. I mean, if you look at all other tests in the world, you start with working gaits, and those tests only has exercises where you have working gait. Then you go to collection, and now you're introducing the movements that you ride when you're in collection.
This is why when we were up in January with Stefan Peters, he was saying he never gets his students to do counter canter because nobody ever rides it unless they're very professional. They don't know how to ride counter canter, so it defeats the purpose of the exercise. So he didn't let anybody ride counter canter.
No, I know that. We discussed that as well.
Yeah.
You know, but it's also up to, I also feel that you really can't become a good rider unless you know how to ride counter canter.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, think about it. You should always be able to learn how to sit level over your horse, and if you cantering right lead, what the hell does it matter if you go right or left? If you know, but the beauty is good. Very good. That's super. But you gotta sit a little more up, yeah? Just open yourself up, Anna, and just shoulders back over your hips. That's beautiful, Anna. Excellent. Really good. There he's falling a little bit. Good. So that was a super nice half fall. You just stayed in it a little too long, yeah? You know what I mean? You see how quickly he's responding? So now you gotta give your aid smaller, yeah?
I was actually bringing him back, but I can't.
Super, huh?
Yeah.
Look at him. Beautiful.
Self-care,
That is awesome. You totally got it. Sit a little more up. Shoulders open and back. Feel like your shoulder blades drop into your lower back. And then super soft on the inside of your thigh. Now you're gripping a little bit with your left ankle. Good. It was good that you used your left leg, but you used it too much like that. You know what I mean? Where you grip with the ankle like so, huh? Just quick leg and then let it be. Super here, Anna. Sit up. Roll your shoulders. Shoulder blades connected. Drop them into your lower back. Feel like your shoulder blades are connected to his hind leg. Excellent. Really good. Excellent there. Beautiful. Super. Careful, you just lean left when you turn. Fine. Good boy. Gotta have him a little straighter, yeah? Has to be a little straighter in the neck. Open up. Don't shorten him too much. You had him really good where he was, and then you shorten him a little too much. Stay up a little more. There you go. Good. Much better. Yeah, good. And then straighten in. You don't really want this horse left bend or left positioning very much yet. Good. Good. Sit up again. Back with your leg a little more. Your leg is starting to slide forward. Come a little more back with your leg. And that includes your upper leg. Just a little bit. Good. Good. That's really good. Oh yeah. Super. Inner leg. Yeah, but don't press with him against him with your upper leg. You feel like you open your upper leg and let your knee come up a little bit. Good job. Good. Make him wait a little bit. Exactly. You have to make him wait when he loses his alignment. Do that again. I can't hear you.
He likes to go straight, so I need to maybe
Yeah.
hold him more.
Absolutely. Good. Now make him wait. Right. And then go again. Exactly. And good. That's right. And then relax. Don't get too strong. Good. Good boy. Sit up. And then come. And straighten him again. Even though you don't need to, so to speak. You just do it anyway. Right. Good. There. Good. Super. That was really good. Wow. Good. Make him wait. Good. And then allow again. Exactly. That's how you train. Good. Let him. Now let him go a little forward again. Super. Really good, Anna. Go with your hand so he can come out with his neck. Exactly, without losing connection. Super. Good. Good, Anna. Good. Good. Beautiful. That's right. Good job. Get him. That's super. Excellent. And it was so nice because you remember the feeling like the other day when you did the first medium and you didn't allow. He was like, here he's going. Now you felt exactly where you needed to let him be with his neck, yeah? In order for him to stay within his body. That was super nice. So now look, when you're training the leg yielding, you did it super now, because you, even though it might not feel like you have to straighten him, you gotta do it anyway, before he comes apart. You see what I mean? Totally, right? Right. And then you saw, hey, then you saw that you had beautiful response the second half of it, huh? So you think of it like this. The first section is you setting it all up. And then you let him go a couple of steps and say, okay, now we're going to do what we're doing. I'm going to straighten you one more time, and then we go. And then you saw you had super nice leg yielding, yeah? And then you felt that after the leg yielding, then he opened up naturally himself. You see, because like I said, the leg yielding is a straightening and suppling exercise. So you have to make sure that you truly ride the straightening part of the exercise, because that's what it's all about. It's really, really nice. Huh? This pig. Yeah, we can work on that now. Open your leg. You always say that. And you're always wrong. So,
No, but I'm here, you know, and I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to give him a guitar. Do I have anything to guitar with, you know?
yeah, I get it. But also remember what I told you yesterday. Do not over prepare him in the walk, because you will lose his walk. Remember I told you that? You know, you don't want to override him in the collected walk or walk on contact. Although this walk is really good,
Yeah, this is quite
right?
cool.
That we did not have this kind of walk on Tuesday. Now you have a very good walk. Good. Up i fel. Så upp likadant och så galopperar hästen ända gång. Good. Sit more up. It's okay. Go with. Remember now what you're just going to practice. Quick. Everything has to be quick in your aids. You sit up. You use quick rein. Remember to use, yeah. And if he's straight, then you use your left rein. Remember I told you? Good job. You're gripping too much with your left leg. Try to get both your legs a little more under you. Shorten your right rein a little bit so you can position him just a little there. Exactly. Sit up. Super. Put your leg under you. Good job. That's super nice. Good. Good. Good job. That's really good. Fine. Don't start driving with your body. So yeah, go straight. Shorten your reins. Put your hand in front of you. Shoulders back. Don't start using your upper body because it doesn't work. There, beautiful, beautiful. Shorten the right rein again. Good job. Shift him back. That's okay. Let him come. Let him come. So, it's all right. That's okay. That's okay. No problem. That canter is, you know, even from the beginning now when you started cantering, he's already in that canter that you got the other day.
And you're finding it difficult to stay there towards the end.
Yeah, of course it is. And that's what I said to you. You do it in repetition. You let him do that like you just did. But look how long he stayed in it today. And that can't, I mean, because now you literally picked up the canter that you ended your ride on Tuesday with. And then if you rode yesterday, whatever. But it was really, really good. Okay, now you do it to the left. Open your shoulders. You have to feel, when you gather the reins, the horse should not change his walk. Very, very important to remember. Yeah, better. Oh yeah, that's right. And then when you're in the canter, you have to really fight your urge of wanting to use your upper body to make him go. You have to sit still, sit more up. Open your shoulders, turn your body to the right. You gotta get him more on the quick on the right rein. Quick right rein and give. Quick and give and sit up. Quick and give and sit up. So yeah, good. Quick and give and sit up. Yeah? Better. Try to open your left leg and put it a little further back. Put your left leg further back. Good. There he shifted again. There he shifted again. Exactly. Now quick and come back. Don't bend his neck left, Anna, at any time. Exactly. Quick and come back. Good boy. And then you just sit with it. And now just sit still. Shorten your reins a little bit. Sit more up and believe that he can collect more. Believe it. You don't use the whip there. Really inappropriate. Good. And I believe that he can collect. Believe it. Bring him back. You gotta use the right rein. The right rein. Quick and give. And quick and give. Aha. Like that. There. Exactly. Good boy. That's right. That's right. Good. Sit still. Exactly. Good job. Pet him. So he responds beautifully. Super nice. He comes back. He came back 2 more increments now. Twice he came back more. That's really good. Really, really good. But when you go to the left, you really have to think, you know, how important it is that you turn your body a little more to the right so that you truly use the right rein. So that you never keep him in a slight neck bend like so to the left, because then you don't get a hold of the right hind leg, yeah? And then try to make sure that your inside of your leg is really soft and that you just travel with the horse, you know, with your leg when he's cantering. You feel like you allow him to expand his rib cage and his barrel, yeah? And the most important place is right here. The doors can widen across here so that the back becomes wider and wider and wider like this. You see what I mean? But it's still really, it's great. I mean, he's going fantastic. Super nice. So now you ask him to walk more before you shorten the rein. Then you feel the walk. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. That's right. Turn your body a little right. Good job. Good job. Come. 1. Now you come forward, trot again. Now we're going to do collective trot. It really bothers me with your tests. Like is it the preliminary? Where you have working trot and shoulder ins?
No. No, medium. Elementary is like you.
Okay, but in elementary they won't collect the trot.
No.
Then why are you riding collective exercises in working gait?
In the like you?
No, shoulder in.
No, but that doesn't come into the medium.
And that calls for collective trot.
The medium?
Yeah?
I don't know. I think it calls for collected and extended.
No, Anna told me that it asks for working trot.
But it doesn't have any shouldering.
But she said she did.
No.
So the tests don't have shoulder in until you have collected trot?
No.
Okay. All right, then I take that back.
I'm sorry. You know, I don't write fast.
No, but it used to be that
Yeah,
way.
it used to be.
It used to be that way, so you're right, because I remember it and it used to bother me a lot. Good job. Now careful so he doesn't get too low. Not a lot. Exactly. Good. Now you tap him in the front, Anna. And you open your shoulders and you drop your shoulder blades down and you try not to... What?
I need more power sometimes.
What'd you say?
I need more power.
Yeah, he needs more.
For what?
Get the shoulder up.
So we can fit them in.
No, but yeah, good. It has nothing to do with power. It has to do with carrying himself in the right balance. Yes. That's super. That's super. Good job. You look a little strong on the inside of your leg though. I'd like to see you softer there. It looks fantastic. So I want you to ride having more a feeling that you create the energy from your leg. Pop. And then you're trying to just go with it. Instead of trying to ride it.
Yeah, well, I'm
Go-
skipping so much and I'm...
No, but don't. That's what takes the energy away. So if you're doing too much, you're actually shutting him down. Right?
Yeah.
Dare to open up and let him go. If he doesn't go, fine, kick him. But then in between, sit still.
We need to reinforce the Anna that using the whip is a technique, is just using it wrong. You hit him to punish him instead of to encourage him.
Yeah, exactly. That's the other thing. Remember earlier here when I said to you where you used the whip there? That was inappropriate. And you have to learn to use the whip as an aid Okay? Not making the horse think that you're punishing him with a whip. That's super important. You're never allowed to use a whip to punish a horse. Unless they're being an absolute ass. You know what I mean? And the situation can get dangerous. Absolutely, then give them a whack. You know what I mean? But for training purposes, never. You sit up, turn your body to the right. A little bit more. Good, now get off the circle. Good job. Open your legs, under yourself more with your leg. Good job. And if you're going to use the whip on the front. Sit up again. Super nice. Give on the left. Super there. Han kan inte gå mycket bättre än så. Eller?
Nej, han går jättebra.
Anna, he can't go any better than this. You're going to have to just recognize it. He's going fantastic. You just got to recognize now, he cannot go any better than this. This is perfect. Good job. Turn your body to the right. Open your shoulders. Change direction. Sit up. Try not to drive with your back. Relax your back. Relax your buttocks. Use the whip if you want. But only use the whip if you're open in your body. So yeah. Good. Don't let him fall down. Good boy. Super half fall. Excellent half fall. Beautiful trot. Oh yeah. Good. Very nice. Soften your leg again. Beautiful, beautiful. That is super nice. Upper body a little forward now. Now you're actually leaning back a little bit. But it's very little. Just come back up a little bit more. Hand in front of you. So yeah, super. Sit left with your buttocks. Get ready for the new direction. There you go. Super. Very nice. Super nice. And when you're ready, walk. Open up, allow him to walk. Front legs, front legs, front legs. Yeah, do that again, please, because that was not so good. Good job. Turn your body right. You have to ride him more out in the transition. Do it again. Shorten the steps a little bit behind first. And then, aha. That was super reaction. That was nice. And put your leg back when you ask for the walk. You put your leg back. Right. And put your leg back. Aha. That's the way. Pat him. Let me tell you something.
Like to do a sliding stop.
Yeah, but then you have to work on that. You ride it like that. And then that will stop happening. Okay? He looks super. Okay? And stop. You do not want more power than that. You understand? What is it that you want? Why do you
Well,
want?
once I open and I start kicking, I actually get forward motion.
Oh yeah? All right then. Okay.
So he does move forward.
Yeah.
But would you have said that was like a collection? Because he didn't seem like he was sitting that much.
But they don't sit. Collection is not sitting.
Yeah, I know. But
Collection is the hind leg going further and further under the body. That you'll see it. James is filming the whole thing. When you see it, you're gonna go, oh, is that what it looks like? And you're gonna see that it's correct. Yeah. You know, so.
because I would have liked his frame shorter. No.
No. can't get his frame any shorter than that.
At this time.
No.
Ever.
Yes, ever. But I'm saying, first he has to carry himself like this. Because let me ask you another thing. When you are riding now, did he stay consistent in the feeling of being in the same place, or did he move around a little bit like this?
Well, he's still trying to go down.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
Oh,
So now, go ahead,
once
tell
you
me.
get him on the long, once he's in the long runs, the long sides, he gets in the motion.
Exactly.
He's tired now. So
Totally. But what I'm asking you is this: like right now, when you were riding him in that outline that you were just riding him, okay, then he did a little bit like this. He stayed level, then he tipped a little bit, and then you got him level again, and he tipped a little bit. Now look, not until he can be absolutely consistent in the place you just rode him now can you shift and want yet another notch. You with me?
Yeah.
First, you have to let the horse establish himself at each place, at each level, right? In order to go to the next one. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So now you could feel that he was fairly consistent, but he was not 100% consistent, you know? So he did tip a little bit once in a while. But then when he stays there, then you can give the next half halt and say, now we shorten. Because the thing is, it's not the neck you're shortening, it's the stride you're shortening, right? And he can only shorten the stride as much as he's able to stay consistent in his carriage, yeah? And if you just believe that, you're not even going to notice when it happens. Because all of a sudden, the next half hold you give, click, and then he has another, step where he steps more under, huh?
Because he finds the collection in the trot quite easy.
It's
I
super.
find.
It's
But
super.
I'm hoping his withers will grow a little bit more because he's growing again and this is back up again.
Yeah, he looks fantastic.
Tiny, but
And then just remember, that when you think that the horse is not going forward, please check and see if your legs are tight. Okay, but now I want to do the canter again because I want to do the haunches in. What we did yesterday or Tuesday. Okay, and then remember that you do not ask for positioning of the pole. Remember I told you, first you place his body, and you just let him train with his body, and that is going to get him more collected, more engaged, and then when he comes up and he's loose in the neck, then you can add it. That's why I'm not calling it a travers. I'm saying ride his haunches in. I'm not saying to you ride travers, because then you would have to ride the whole thing, because that calls for collection already. You understand? Okay, so canter. Du håller med vad jag säger, va? Du förstår vad jag menar.
Jag bara blir så stressad att inte fattar vad du säger.
Men det gör hon ju alltid till slut. That's okay. Bring him back again. Open up. Good. You gotta sit more up and open in your shoulders all the time. And now you just leave him alone in the front and you just say, put your haunches to the right. Okay? But you have to go on the straightaway. You gotta sit more up on it because you're not sitting in, you're not riding the canter. You're riding it from the front. Okay, canter again.
But I'm not getting fighting.
Oh, fuck.
I'm merino.
Good. Good. If you sit more up and back and put your leg more back, then you'll get it. Put your right leg further back, Anna. And use your leg now. Right, exactly. Now sit up and back, now haunches in. Not on the circle, on the long side. Sit up and back. Don't worry about the neck. You leave him alone there. And you just ride his body. Good. Haunches in. Haunches in. It's okay. Go again. No problem. Open up. Look quick. That's okay. That's all right. Up, 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 don't pull. Sit up and back. You can never ride an improper canter. Good. But you guys are standing right there.
Yeah, right in my
Yeah.
Dig up.
Good. So now on the next long side, just ride haunches in. Sit up. Give. You got to give. And ride just the body. Let go more so he can shift. If you hold on to the front, he can't shift back. So yeah. And then in. There you go. Good. That's it. Super. Just like that. One more time. Give. And sit up. Oh yeah. Good boy. Now give, and ride the haunches in. Oh yeah. Good boy. And give on the right now. And one more time. Super. Don't you? That's okay. Good boy. He's trying. Oh yeah, there you got it. Excellent. That's really good training for him. And then trot again. Good. You see, there comes the canter. Good. Good. Exactly. You got it through there. And give on the right. Now you can give on the right because he's straight now. Aha. Like so. Good boy. That's enough. That's enough. You got plenty. Very good. You felt the canter you got there on that long side there?
Yeah.
That's what you're looking for. But I mean, like when you're training that exercise.
I'm not looking for it. I'm not standing and walking over.
I can't hear you.
Give me the methodology for the haunches in again. Give me the reason for the haunches in again in that canter.
When you're cantering,
Yeah.
because then you're placing his inner hind leg further under the body. I mean his outer hind leg further under the body. You understand? So he trains a deeper degree of making him carry more weight on that hind leg. So you're training his ability, look, to carry like that. You can do it both ways, okay? But you felt what I mean?
Yeah.
And then you felt him on that side when he got straight, that he was much more shifted back, right? So that's the exercise to increase, to let him learn how to carry his body weight on that outside hind leg, yeah?
So I should be riding off. But when I put his hind in, I feel like I'm riding off my inside hip bone.
Yeah,
That's okay.
yeah, because you, or